Kali Yuga, the present age, is compared to a vast ocean of unlimited vices. It is that dark age in which almost the entire human civilization becomes influenced by the insurmountable tidal waves of illusion. The result, global degradation of human consciousness. From the early 15th century and for the next 150 years, much of medieval India saw a rapid upsurge of pure Vaishnavism. But this soon met with such stiff opposition from the political, social, and pseudo-spiritual forces that Lord Chaitanya's movement was becoming weakened, so much so that it appeared to be almost extinct. At that time, there was an urgent and desperate need for a spiritual renaissance. Renaissance really means revival. This world has seen so many mundane revolutions and revivals that could not last for more than a fraction of a moment of eternal time. The most difficult, especially in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, is the revival of spiritual consciousness. Who were those great pioneers who sacrificed their lives to usher the world into the golden era as predicted in the scriptures? Who are those divinely inspired, compassionate saviors of humanity who relentlessly continue to fight these bloodless battles against all oppressive forces to preserve and rejuvenate the authenticity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sublime teachings, just so that you and I can have a chance to perfect our lives in this fallen age? The presentation that is about to unfold is a humble offering for the pleasure of the Vaishnava community. It is an insignificant attempt to bring you some spiritual and historical insight into the intense struggles and challenges faced by the great acharyas of our glorious Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. These were those divine beings who were instrumental in creating the spiritual renaissance.
May the curse of God fall upon these murders! How long must we wait, oh Lord, for you to help us? How long? How long?
Kill them! Kill them! Kill them all! Every one of those Hindus. Don't even spare one. With their children, men, women, young or old. With the power of the sword, exterminate the entire Hindu population in my kingdom. Destroy everything which is regarded as sacred by them. They are temples, they are statues, they are idols, they are cows and those skinny Brahmins. Govinji Mandir, the birthplace of their Lord Krishna. Where is it now? Where is it now? It doesn't exist. As long as Samrat Aurangzeb is alive, every mandir must turn into a masjid, and every Hindu must become a Muslim or perish. Inshallah. May the Almighty Allah be pleased with my service unto Him. Ameen. And give me place in paradise.
Inshallah. Japna, what are you looking at so intently?
I am wondering, what is that bright light seen in the distance?
It looks like a bright star in the sky.
Star? Commander,
Japana.
do you know what is that bright light seen in the distance?
That light, Japana, is a burning of a large ghee lamp on the top of the most popular Hindu temple called Govinda Mandir.
Mandir!
It is one of the tallest structures in the whole of North India and one of the most impressive edifices ever built by a Hindu culture. The magnificent stone structure consists of 7 stories and was built in 1590 by Raja Mansingh of Jaipur.
But wasn't that the time when the great Mughal Emperor Akbar was ruling the kingdom?
Yes. In fact, the history has it that Emperor Akbar even met one of those Hindu saints named Jiva Goswami in Vrindavan at that time.
Ha! Akbar was never known to be a strict Muslim. Let the historians take note of this year, 1670, as a significant year in Indian history. A Hindu mandir, taller and more beautiful than Samrat Aurangzeb's palace. This is an intolerable insult to my dominion and the supremacy of Allah. Commander,
Japana.
take your best armed forces and tear down that Govinda Mandir. Deface and mutilate all stone carvings in it. I cannot bear to see those sentimental Hindus flourishing. And mind you, the Murti of Keshavji escaped before our soldiers could reach there. Put heavy restrictions on all the borders of Vrindavan so that no one escapes. Put huge forces of guards and seal every entry point of Vrindavan. Gokul, Mahavan, Kamyavan. Now go to Vrindavan and make history. Massacre them all. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them.
Careful, Dadaji. Place the Lord in the center.
Okay.
Careful, careful. The Lord's fingers are very delicate.
Yes. Goswami ji, what is this?
Dadaji. The Lord will reach Kamyavan after 2 days. Therefore, this is a box of bhoga containing some makhan mishri and sweets.
Where should I put it?
Place it here, under his
Goswamiji, can I offer this garland and some tulsi to the Lord before he leaves for Kamavan?
Yes, of course, Gokulesh.
Our dear Govindji has mercifully stayed with us here at Radha Kund for 1 full year and accepted our menial services.
Yes, Gokulesh. I used to offer him Radha Kundjal every day. Gokulesh, how will we live without him? Gokulesh.
Please be quiet. We have to be quick. Indian soldiers are constantly patrolling this area. Lalaji, please come. The Brajvasis are entrusting you with the Lord of their lives. Govinda is the Avideya Murti of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas and the Prandan of our beloved, worshipable Gaudiya. You have a big responsibility on your shoulders. Shamcharan, Gokulesh, put some more here on the Lord. The Lord is about to heal.
May the Lord of the universe protect himself and all of us and always engage us in his loving devotional services.
Goswamiji, please bless me that I can safely transport our divine refugee, Sri Govinda Dev, to Kamyavan.
Just hope and pray. This political turmoil created by Aurangzeb subsides soon. And all the principal deities, all the Vaishnavas return back to Vrindavan.
Yes. Years ago, we have seen how Vrindavan was the place flourishing with rich culture and devotion, patronized by the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas.
There were thousands of pilgrims flocking in the numerous temples. But now, the faithful devotees of Krishna have stopped visiting Vrindavan out of fear.
And those who have the courage to express their faith are either beaten or mercilessly killed. Oh Lord, how long will your devotees have to suffer the Mughal tyrannical regime? How long?
What has happened? Nothing. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Oh, Krishna. What can I do now? Oh, Lord. What can I do now? Leave me. What can I do now? My husband is killed. My child is abducted. Oh Lord, what can I do now? What can I do now? I know for whom I should live. That sacred dust of Vrindavan, which was always moistened with the milk of Surbi cows, now it's soaked with the blood of Brajvasis. Oh Krishna! Oh Krishna! Unfortunate woman.
You Shudra woman, don't touch us and contaminate us. Can't you see that we are coming?
My husband has died. Just see, my husband has died.
Your husband has died. Now that he is dead, what can be done? We can only pray that in his next life, your husband gets the privilege of being born in a high-class Brahmin family, in Goswami family,
Yes.
in Nityanand Vamsh.
Yes. Yes. Nitai Charan Bina, Aara nahi ashray. Without the mercy of Lord Nityanand, there is no shelter or salvation. After all, we are the real descendants of the son of Lord Nityanand, Veer Bhadracharya. Therefore, being acharyas is our birthright. So our instruction to you is that you pray for your husband and your next life in our Nityanand Vamsh.
But who will take care of me? I don't have any shelter. Who will protect me?
Don't worry of anything. You have to just come and stay with us. We will take care of everything. What do you all say?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Come. Let us have some Nityanand Katha.
How can they say such a thing?
Leave them alone. This is all that is practically left in Vrindavan today. Fear, devastation, and deviation. On one side, there are the atrocities of the Mughals. On the other hand, there are these caste Goswamis, the Jatiwadis. They claim themselves to be the real protector of Dharma, but actually, they are debauchees, lowest of the mankind. At the same time, there are these Sahajiyas who are cheap imitators of true bhakti.
Are Sakhi, where are you coming from?
I'm coming from the market. Can't you see the vegetables I'm carrying to cook for my husband?
Your husband? Which husband?
Which husband? What do you mean?
Didn't you hear this morning from our Sakhi Swarup Baba that everybody, ourselves, all men and all women are Prakriti and Krishna is the only Purush.
Purush, Prakriti.
And what is the duty of Prakriti?
The duty of Prakriti is to serve the Purush.
Yes.
Yes. So, instead of going home, you should come with us to Suryakund.
Suryakund? But why?
Come on.
Oh, come on, Sakhi. Don't you know that according to Ashtakalya Leela, comes to Suryakund
Acha.
to meet Radhika.
Let's go.
So let's go and cook for our real husband Shyam Sundar.
Yes, let's go.
And also our Sakhi Swarup Baba will be there. And in front of so many girls, will demonstrate the confidential leelas of Sri Radha and Shyam Sundar.
Let's go.
Thus, the real Siddhantas, the eternal truths of Vaishnavism, were practically completely obscured and compromised. This was the Vrindavan Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur entered into and created a spiritual renaissance. Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur was born in 1638 in a village called Devagram in the Nadia district of West Bengal. He grew up to be an undefeatable scholar in Sanskrit. Having natural indifference towards family life, he soon came to Vrindavan and settled at Radha Kund.
The presentation that follows is an attempt to depict the invaluable contribution of this great personality, Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, who is the 27th Acharya in our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Thakur Mahashay, there are so many groups of people preaching spiritual life in Vrindavan, and hearing them seems to be so confusing. Can you please tell us what is the true path of perfection?
The true path of perfection is to follow the teachings and pure example of a bona fide spiritual master, a pure devotee of the Lord in a bona fide sampradaya or disciplic succession. Evam parampara praptam. A sampradaya has absolutely nothing to do with seminal descent, as is sometimes advocated by unscrupulous followers. Just like I am the servant disciple of Sri Radha Raman Chakravarty, who is a disciple of Sri Krishna Charan Acharya. Sri Krishna Charan Acharya is a disciple of the great Ganga Narayan Chakravarty Thakur. Ganga Narayan in turn is a disciple of the great Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das was the only disciple of Loknath Goswami, and Loknath Goswami had taken complete shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is a bona fide sampradaya, beginning from Lord Chaitanya, the Gaudiya Sampradaya.
This clarifies the doubts which many Brajvasis, including myself, have about what is a sampradaya and apasampradaya. Chakravarti Pad, I am most inspired in my bhakti to Lord Krishna by your pure presentation on the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. I would like to surrender my life at your feet. Please accept me and my wife as your disciple.
Because of your deep sincerity in Krishna consciousness, the Lord is very kindly reciprocating with your desire to serve Him. Regarding your Diksha, we can discuss next time. Thank you all very much for coming here. Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe.
Dear Gurudev, Krishna Priya Devi is inquiring if she can meet with you.
Sure.
Please do not embarrass me. You are a great spiritual leader, and I am just a simple woman.
You are my worshipable mother, for you are the daughter of the great Ganga Narayan Chakravarty Thakur, who is the beloved Param Guru of my worshipable spiritual master.
I have been observing long time, and I can see that although you are residing at Radhapur, you are actually nourishing the whole of Braj Bhumi by your prolific writings and your powerful personal example. For this, the Brajvasis, they love you and they worship you with their heart and soul.
I have no personal qualification whatsoever. I am simply trying to serve and assist the great followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
I am very pleased with you.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you.
And so today, I would like to entrust you to special Govardhan Shila. This Shila was personally worshipped by Lord Chaitanya and Raghunath Das Goswami. Within my heart, I feel a deep inspiration that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be most pleased to have his personal Govardhan Shila worshipped by you. Please accept this precious Govardhan Shila and worship him with your heart and soul.
Thus, in Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, the Brijavasis finally found a personality who could rekindle their bhakti, which was weakened by the relentless onslaught of the Mughals, the caste Goswamis, the Sahajiyas, and many other such deviant groups. A few days later, a very historical incident took place. One night, as Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur was sleeping,
my dear Vishwanath. Oh, Harivallabh. I am so pleased with your devotion unto me. You sent back that brahmachari from Mathura who carried my deity form of Gokulanand. Even though you live a renounced life under trees, it is still my deep desire that you worship me whatever you can offer. Don't have any fears. I will be satisfied, my dear Vishwanath, with whatever you will give me.
Jayo Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radhe 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 Jayo Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radhe
Fast! It's raining torrentially and I'm getting drenched despite this umbrella.
Govinda, what can we really do? We are moving as fast as we can.
Okay. Just find some place where we can halt for some time. If only I knew that it would rain so heavily, I would never have left home today.
Sethji, we have been walking for the last 2 hours. It is raining all over us. It is a helpless situation.
Yes. Stop! Put the palanquin down!
Stop? In the middle of the rain?
Rain? You fools! There is no rain here.
Yes.
Not a drop. It is raining there.
Yes.
Look. It is pouring there also.
Oh, yes.
And it is raining there also.
Yes.
But amazing. It is completely dry here.
Surprising. It's a miracle. How is this possible?
I can see no other reason to explain this extraordinary phenomena except the presence of this great saint, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur. The whole of Braj is speaking about him. And today, I am seeing with my own eyes the power of his devotion. Just see how intently he's absorbed in his writings. He's completely oblivious of the surrounding. I must speak of this great miracle to everybody in Braj.
Yes.
He is a great saint. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur is a Mahabhagavat Paramhams. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
These uncommon mystical activities only increased his popularity and established him as a supernatural divine being. However, it simultaneously inflamed envy in the hearts of those who felt challenged by his powerful presence.
The goal of all our bhajan, of all our spiritual practices, is to ultimately surrender our lives to Sri Krishna. Krishna himself gives the conclusion of all knowledge by saying in the Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. In this beautiful shloka, Krishna also gives us a clue of how we can surrender to him. He uses the word vraja. That means that he wants us to follow in the holy footsteps of those great souls who are residents of Braj, Vrindavan. Those who have attained in their lives Braja Bhakti. Of all the Brijvasis, the Gopis are the highest. And of all the Gopis, Srimati Radharani is the highest. For they are the supreme example of love in surrender. Just like when Krishna played on his transcendental flute in the middle of the night, even though many of the gopis are married, including Radharani, she is also married, but they all left aside all considerations, their families, everything, and they ran into the forest to serve and please Shyam Sundar. This is the essence of surrender. Even Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami sings in the Vrindavan Dham Mahimamrit, Jaya Jaya Ujjwala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sar Parakiya Bhaveyaha Prajeta Prachar. He is glorifying this special Parakiya Ras. He says, all glories to the ever-shining mellow of pure, unalloyed, lawless love of the gopis who are worshipping Sri Krishna in this special mood of Parakiya Ras. Therefore, this particular Parakiya Ras is worshipable by all our acharyas.
Chakravarti Pad, what is the difference between Swakiya Ras and Parakiya Ras?
Swakiya Ras is actually the conjugal relationship which a man and woman share once they are duly married to one another. That is called a Swakiya Ras. And Parakiya Ras is the conjugal relationship which they may share with some other man or woman even after they are married to one another. This is Parakiya Ras. Stop it!
Stop this nonsense, Vishwanath! Your preaching is condemned. Do you mean to say that Krishna is the immoral person?
Krishna is a father of morality. And why would Krishna be having his Leela with Radhika if she is someone else's wife? Yes. This idea of Parkeras is an abomination. It is disgusting.
Yes, it is disgusting. And it is also abominable when it is indulged in by a conditioned soul like us. But Krishna is not a conditioned soul, and neither is he bound by the mundane codes of morality. Krishna is supremely independent in whatever he does. In fact, he is known as Rasika Shekhar. That means he is the master of all transcendental mellows. Therefore, he does enjoy Swakiya Ras in Dwarkapuri with his 16,108 queens. But he also enjoys Parakiya Ras in Sri Vrindavan Dham with all the gopis headed by Sri Radhika. Since he is the supreme enjoyer, he and only he can enjoy and relish Parakiya Ras and no one else.
Do you claim to be an authority greater than Jiva Goswami, who clearly describes in one section of his commentary on Rupa Goswami's Ujjwala Neelamani how Radha and Krishna were officially and formally married?
Yes. Yes, that is described. It is a very, very wonderful, sweet and confidential pastime, that marriage ceremony. And it was also sanctioned and witnessed by great authorities like Brahma, Narada and Shiva. However, that marriage ceremony of Radha and Krishna was performed very, very secretly. It was not performed in public. If Radha and Krishna are officially married, and if that is their formal official relationship, then why was that ceremony not performed in front of all the wonderful Brijvasis? Why was it performed secretly?
In this way, the scholarly Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur substantiated by profusely quoting from the rest of Jiva Goswami's books, from Rupa Goswami's books, the Srimad Bhagavatam, from Padma Puran, and from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur is right.
Yes.
We don't believe. We believe not.
He is
We
right.
don't believe.
This Swakyavad, which you are propagating, is against the real teachings of Lord Chaitanya and his followers.
Yes. We don't believe.
Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur is the guardian and true upholder of the Gaudiya Vaishnav Sampradaya.
Yes.
You don't believe it.
Today, we are publicly humiliated by this Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur.
He is rapidly gaining popularity and followers in Vrindavan.
This is intolerable. Yes. This is intolerable.
Didn't you see?
But what can we do? Yes. We can't even stand before him. He is so scholarly.
Didn't you see how we smashed all our arguments into pieces?
If he is not checked, then his presence is a threat to our existence.
You're right.
Before he eliminates us, we must eliminate him. Yes. We must do something.
But how will we do it?
Yes. Just wait. Let me think. Yes. Come. Early in the morning, just he comes out of his bhajan kutir on the banks of Radha Kund at Govardhan to perform his daily parikrama alone. Alone. You got a very fertile brain. Before he finishes his parikrama tomorrow, he himself will be finished. He will be coming soon. Let's hide in that kunj. There. Come quick.
Wait. You strike him first with your lathi.
Yes.
The rest, we will do it.
Why is not coming? He has still not come. He seems to be late today. Yes. Who said that he is coming?
Oh, yes. That seems to be a very nice idea to please Sri Radhika. And Shyam Sundar will also be very pleased.
So let us pick some extra flowers and return back soon before it's too late.
Look there, Sakhi. There are some nice and fragrant flowers there. Let's go and pick them.
Excuse me. Did you see that great saint Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur pass from here?
Yes, I saw him. He went away. He's not here anymore.
He's gone. Where has he gone? He's gone. We were waiting here. They are so charming.
Look, their smile is so sweet. We have never seen them in our village before.
Yes, you are right. They are so pure and effulgent. Their graceful movements are like deer, deer. And the radiance of their smile and the movement of their eyes are simply enchanting. They look like some divine personalities. Yes, we must ask them. Who are you?
Oh, Sakhi. I'm a cowherd girl. I'm a maid servant of Srimati Radha Rani. My Swamini, she has told me that I should come here and pick flowers because right now she's engaged in some household duties by her mother-in-law Jatila at Yavat.
But later today, Jatila is going to send her to Suryakund to meet Shyam Sundar. And I'm just picking some extra flowers for her to make a garland to give Shyam Sundar at Suryakund today.
That girl, that beautiful girl, where did she disappear? She has miraculously disappeared. And look, Vishwanath is standing in the same place.
Yes. This means that girl was Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur?
Yes.
In his Siddha Deha form? In the Nitya Leela of Radha and Krishna?
As a Manjari.
Oh, Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, we want to speak to you.
Yes.
I know all of you have come here to kill me. But I don't mind being killed.
Please forgive us. Please forgive us. Due to our arrogance and pride, we fail to understand your divinity.
But I have a question for you. Srimati Radharani lives in Barsana in the home of Kirtida and Vrishabhanu. Yes. And Shyam Sundar Krishna lives in Nandagaon in the house of Nanda and Yashoda.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now my question is, what is the name of the village between Barsana and Nandagaon?
Sanket. Everyone knows. Sanket is the name of the village between Nandagaon and Barsana.
And what happens at Sanket?
Everybody knows. Radha and Krishna meet in Sanket.
If Radha and Krishna are officially married, then why do they have to secretly meet at Sanket? Anytime Sri Radhika wants, she can go up to Nandagaon and ask Nanda and Yashoda that I want to meet my husband. But she will never do that. The existence of the village of Sanket is solid proof that Radha and Krishna share a relationship which is in Parakya Ras, which is supreme and pure.
O great divine personality, out of your causeless mercy, today you have saved us from performing most heinous act. Please forgive us. Please forgive us.
We can only atone for this sin. If you kindly allow us to serve you as your worthless disciples.
Thus, in a most mystical and non-confrontational way, this empowered Acharya lovingly defeated the Swakiyavadis. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur was an incarnation of Vinod Manjari, one of the intimate maidservants of Srimati Radharani in the spiritual world. He fought various battles. While one was subdued in Vrindavan, another major spiritual crisis erupted in Galta at Jaipur. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur was an incarnation of Vinod Manjari, one of the intimate maidservants of Srimati Radharani in the spiritual world. He fought various battles. While one was subdued in Vrindavan, another major spiritual crisis erupted in Galta at Jaipur.
গদগদাদি সঞ্চিতা মর্ষ হর্ষ বামতাদি ভাবভূষণাঞ্চিতা।
Maharaj Jai Singh is getting more and more attached to these Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
I just don't like this.
Even I am very upset about it. But what can we do?
For 6 generations, we Ramanandi Mahants have enjoyed a privileged position in the entire kingdom of Jaipur.
Yes. But since the arrival of these Gaudiya Vaishnavas, their popularity and their privileged patronage by the royal family has challenged and as if eclipsed the entire Ramanandi predominance.
The arrival of Radha Govind Dev Ji in Maharaj Jai Singh's kingdom has become a high point in his personal life. And now, he is more inclined to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
Despite our unchallengeable authority, the fact remains that Maharaj Jai Singh is a staunch devotee of Govindji and a committed follower of Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
This means that if Govindji remains the favored deity of Maharaj Jai Singh, then just take it from me, these Gaudiya priests would assume the religious and political position of Jaipur.
We must devise some means to stop this.
Then do something. Just don't sit here and discuss.
If we break the religious fervor of the king and get him discouraged in his worship of Radha Govind Dev Ji, then his dampened morale will make him weak.
And how do we do that?
By creating a philosophical controversy.
The intelligent Ramanandis then masterminded a powerful philosophical controversy which made the worship of Srimati Radharani along with Krishna appear to be a major Shastric deviation. Unable to resist the strong arguments put forth by the scholarly Ramanandis, Maharaj Jai Singh, in spite of his staunch devotion to Srimati Radharani, was forced to remove her from the altar. News of this soon reached Vrindavan and shocked the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Maharaj Jai Singh sent messages to Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur and the other Mahants of Vrindavan, seeking their fervent help to remedy this major spiritual crisis.
Dear Gurudev, you're looking very anxious and worried.
Yes, Krishna Dev. Yes. Please go and call for Baldev.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Guru Maharaj. You called for me.
Come, Baldev, come. Come. You are already aware of the events taking place at Galta near Jaipur. This controversy has been going on for a long, long time. For many, many years. But the labeling of Radharani's worship as a deviation is a major attack on the Gaudiya Sampradaya of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A major threat to us. Were it not for my old age and my invalidity, I would have personally gone to rescue the situation. But now, Baldev, you must go on my behalf and represent our glorious Sampradaya.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
You are a powerful scholar of the Madhva Sampradaya and are rigorously trained in the Vaishnav Siddhanta by Radha Damodar Goswami. Besides that, you are also one of my most trusted disciples.
Guru Maharaj.
And I have full faith in your knowledge, humility, and your devotion to Sri Krishna. Yes. Now you must go to Galta and refute these Ramanandis. Baldev, go to Galta and be victorious.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Be victorious.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Krishna Dev, come. You must also accompany Baldev and both of you must go and come back with news of victory for our Sampradaya.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We welcome Sri Baladev and Sri Krishna Dev Sarvabhauma, who have been deputed by the Mahants of Vrindavan to resolve the philosophical controversy erupted in the different factions of Vaishnava schools. On one hand, we have the Ramanandis, the followers of the great Sri Ramananda, who made Galta as the northern headquarters of Sri Sampradaya. On the other hand, we have the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who are the devout followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
All the Mahants of Vrindavan, headed by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, have sent their respectful greetings unto the King of Jaipur. We would also like to extend our greetings of love to the respectable Ramanandi Vaishnavas.
I now request the Ramanandis to present their subject of debate.
After much research and deep deliberations, we have found significant flaws and deviations in the practices of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas.
Our major point of contention is the unauthorized worship by the Gaudiya Vaishnavas of Radha and Krishna together. This is not supported by the religious bona fide scriptures. Parashar Muni, the great authority, in his book Vishnu Puran, does not mention the name of Radharani. His exalted son, Ved Vyas, the incarnation of Godhead, also does not mention the name of Radharani as Krishna's consort, neither in the Mahabharata nor even in the Srimad Bhagavatam. On the other hand, we have ample number of evidences for the worship of Sita and Ram, Lakshmi and Narayan as worshipped by the Sri Vaishnavas. But we don't find any evidences for the worship of Radha and Krishna together.
This contention of yours is not true, because the name of Srimati Radharani is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyaradito nunam Bhagavan Harir Ishwaraha Yam Yovihaya Govinda Prito Yam Anyadraha. Although indirectly, the word Aradhita refers to nobody else but Srimati Radharani. The Vaishnavacharyas, headed by Sridhar Swami, explain
that Sukdev Goswami began associate parrot of Srimati Radharani deliberately did not mention her name, because this would have put him in an uncontrollable rapture of ecstasy, prohibiting the narration of Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit, who had only 7 days to live. There are other quotes in Padma Puran, Brahma Vaivarta Puran, glorifying the supreme love of Srimati Radharani for Sri Krishna.
You choose your words most eloquently and quote profusely from the various scriptures. But your scholarship is ultimately futile, because you cannot prove your lineage in relationship to any of the 4 bona fide sampradayas. And therefore, we cannot accept anything that you say.
I am from the Madhva Sampradaya.
He's from Madhva Sampradaya? We didn't know that.
I was initiated by a Tirth in Mysore, but Radha Damodar Goswami and Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur are also my gurus.
That means he's a bona fide scholar of an authorized lineage.
So what? He may be from the Madhva Sampradaya, but the other Gaudiya Vaishnavas are not.
Krishna Dev, let our worthy Ramanandis inspect this manuscript. This is the Gaur Gunadesh Dipika, written by Kavi Karnapura. This manuscript irrefutably establishes the lineage of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas from the Madhva Sampradaya.
All right, all right. No sampradaya can claim authentic identity unless it is backed up by a bona fide commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Our Sripad Ramanujacharya wrote the Sri Bhashya. Madhvacharya wrote. Where is your commentary?
The Bhagavatam itself claims Bhashyanam Brahma Sutranam. It is the natural commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. And Vyasdev is the author of both these works. Our Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained that when the author comments on his own works, his opinion is always the best. Therefore, there is no need for another commentary.
See? There is no commentary.
That's your speculation. We will accept whatever you say only when you present a bona fide commentary on the Vedanta Sutra.
Yes.
We want a commentary.
We want a commentary.
All right. I accept your challenge. I will show you a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra in a few days.
In a few days?
How can he write in a few days?
Are you crazy?
Commentary on the Vedanta Sutra in a few days. You think it's a child's play?
He will never be able to do it.
What audacity!
Nonsense. And you think we will accept your proposal?
How can he say such a thing? This is impossible.
Silence. Time is granted. Prepare your suitable commentary and notify us. However, you should know that if you do not present a suitable commentary, the arguments presented by the Ramanandis will be taken as valid.
But if you empower me, my Lord, but if you empower me, then I will write a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra that will glorify you. Yes. If you desire, my Lord, then I will write the truths that has been revealed to me by your dear devotees. I have full faith. I have full faith that by your mercy and the mercy of my spiritual master, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, these truths will appear most logical. Will appear most logical.
Baldev Vidyabhushan, constantly meditating on the lotus feet of Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, began to write day and night without pausing. The all-merciful Lord Govinda, in reciprocation of the fervent prayers of Baldev Vidyabhushan, personally manifested from his deity form and dictated a commentary to the Vedanta Sutra which became famous as the Govinda Bhashya. Thus, in 7 days, this humanly impossible monumental task was accomplished and presented before the anxious Ramanandis.
Maharaj, we must admit that we have never heard of such scholarship and never seen such clear explanations of the highest truth of true bhakti. Amazing. Amazing.
Excellent. Super excellent, Baladev. Your irrefutable, victorious presentation has left all of us wonderstruck. Today's day will be marked as significant historic milestone in the spiritual renaissance of this whole world. I hereby proclaim that the triumph of Gaudiya Vaishnavism establishes them as the bona fide sampradaya.
In honor of your impeccable exposition, we would like to confer upon you the title Vidya Bhushan. From today, you shall be known as Baldev Vidya Bhushan, which means one whose ornament is knowledge.
Baldev Vidya Bhushan ki
Jai!
Govinda Bhashya ki
Jai!
I also hereby proclaim that Srimati Radharani will be reunited with the worship of Govinda Dev.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Govind ki
Govinda Bhashya ki
Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur ki
Soon after this historical event, in the year 1708, on the auspicious day of Vasant Panchami, Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur, the guardian of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and the crest jewel of Rasikacharyas, departed from this mortal world. Even though the Vaishnav community felt as if a beacon of divine light had been extinguished, his prolific writings continue to illuminate and nourish the lives of devotees even today. In fact, it was Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur's commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, called the Sararth Varshini, that was instrumental in starting a revolutionary worldwide movement by the heroic efforts of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
But I took that order of my spiritual master very seriously. But I did not think that I will have to do such and such thing. I was at that time a householder. But this is the arrangement of Krishna. If we strictly try to serve the spiritual master, his order, then Krishna will give us all facilities. That is the secret. Although there was no possibility, I never thought, but I took it little seriously by studying a commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur on the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, the verse Bhavashatmika buddhi rekiha kurunandana. In connection with that verse, Vishwanath Chakravarty Thakur gives his commentary that we should take up the words from the spiritual master as our life and soul. We should try to carry out the instruction, the specific instruction of the spiritual master, very rigid, without caring for our personal benefit or loss.
I am Sri Bhattacharya. I vividly remember that day. It was August 13, 1965. A few days before Janmashtami, and the next day would be his own 70th birthday. 70th. The Jaladuta was sailing to New York. The taxi stopped at the Calcutta dockside. Out stepped Bhaktivedanta Swami. He spoke a last few words to me. He was alone, a lone fighter. When he left, there was no one on the shore to say goodbye to him. No friends, no relatives, no disciples, no supporters, no one. Even I was not his follower, but due to shared love, I had very much respect for him. So I was the only person standing on the shore to say goodbye to him. No one was with him. No one. At that time, I could not understand that it was such an important thing.
In the span of only 12 years that followed this challenging journey across the Atlantic, Srila Prabhupada went on to startle the world with his incredible achievements by creating a spiritual renaissance in the impious lives of a misdirected civilization.